Depression is one of the most common illnesses found in human beings. It afflicts 20% of the population worldwide. It may be caused by episodic misfiring of areas of the left frontal lobe and the left temporal lobe as a result of genetic, environmental, social, or physiological factors. Women are 2 to 3 times more likely to fall victim to the mood disorder than men. Anjali Chhabria, eminent psychiatrist who has taught at Cooper Hospital and has been the head of the Bombay Psychiatry Society, now runs her own clinic called the Mind Temple. Working with her in the clinic are not only a qualified team of sociologists and counselors, a mix of therapists, as she aims to provide holistic healing to her patients. Dr. Yusuf Macheswala works with many top hospitals in Mumbai like Masina Hospital, Saifi Hospital and Mumbai Police Hospital. He specializes in serious psychiatric problems like schizophrenia, bipolar disorders, major depressive disorders and a whole host of other psychiatric problems.
Psychiatry has always such a big stigma associated with it that every time I tell someone that I'm a psychiatrist, the first look is of confusion, and then they will turn around and tell me, "My God, you see so many people yourself, haven't you gone mad?" And that is something that I remember starting my career with. The stigma attached is so strong that even today, if someone has an emotional disorder, instead of taking the person to a psychiatrist, first there will be gurus who will be consulted. People will think that black magic is done on them, and they will try and do anything to make the person alright, take the person for a holiday, maybe do some different kinds of pujas in the house, or even try and remove black magic, besides taking the person to a mental health professional. When a person is suffering from depression, what happens is, because of the continuous low thoughts and the sad thoughts, the person feels not good himself and thinks that he or she is not good enough to do anything. The self-esteem suffers and you constantly compare yourself with other people and think that each and every other person is better than you. You feel that you are not good for anything. You may feel totally worthless. You may feel nothing positive is going to happen in the future and there is just no hope for you. This process goes on and on till either some of your closed ones decide to take you for help, or you decide to be brave enough and say, okay, I'm going to get out of this and get help myself. People think that psychiatrists will give lots and lots of medicines. Once you take a medicine from a psychiatrist, all your life you will be taking pills, and most of them are going to be sleeping pills, and hence they do not want to be seen at a psychiatrist's clinic. But these are all myths of psychiatry, and today we have newer and newer treatments to help a person to come out of his problem. Also, a lot of science has progressed, so we know why this problem has started. So many a times, just as a person has high blood pressure or diabetes, where there are some hormones which are affected, the same way in psychiatry there are some neurochemicals or neurohormones in the brain which are actually in a state of imbalance. And all we need to do is give a little corrective medicine and the person becomes alright and becomes functional. There are lots of causes of depression. Some people are genetically prone to depression. So for example, if somebody has a strong family history, if a parent or a grandparent or any other relative is suffering from mood disorder, then you are prone to depression. Physically, we do a lot of things to take care of ourselves. But it's very important that you have a routine, because a routine is something that keeps you out of depression. So even if you have nowhere to go to, it's important that you get up, just have a bath and get out of the house. Going for some daily exercise, maybe a daily walk or any kind of an exercise that makes you feel good. It could be dancing, jogging, yoga, whatever suits you. This is something that helps natural hormones to be released, which are positive hormones. and these people do not suffer from depression as others. It's important to keep the child in you alive and do these activities on a daily basis, because this helps you to be in touch with the lighter side of life and not take things so seriously.
People who are suffering depression, this is the time they should not worry, because there was a time when I was also suffering from the same problem. I completely lost my family, I completely lost my senses. I was feeling all alone all the time. Through the family support, through the right medication, I came out of that problem.
Depression affects people's persons and their profession. When you're feeling depressed, you may not be able to put in the number of hours at work that you would want to. You may not feel fresh enough, and you're not able to give your best at work. So it's like a vicious cycle. If you're depressed, you're not doing well. Because you're not doing well, you further get depressed. So it's very important to recognize if you or your friends are suffering from depression and do something about it. Take them to the nearest counselor, psychiatrist, and take help for it immediately.
I also caught up in certain situation where too much of work pressure, I couldn't handle my children, what to do, how to do. So it's not that कि मैं पागल हूँ या मेरे में अक्ल नहीं है. It's just that sometimes you don't know yourself how to deal with the situation. I spoke to her. I spoke my heart to her, and she said, and when you're talking to your psychiatrist, your answers are there only in your talks. And she just guided me, do this, do this, do this. And after that, my relationship with my children was beautiful. One session was good enough for everything.
The same way, this is a problem of the mind, a mental disease. So what is wrong in going to a doctor for that? You should go to a doctor immediately, because it's just like taking medicine for a virus or a flu. And also, the people who take this medicine, remember, never to undermine them, never make them feel guilty, never ever make them feel that they're mad or something. It's a simple problem. Like a virus, like a flu or a typhoid, it is connected to the mind, a mental disease. Take medicine and get cured.
My message to parents, to school authorities and college authorities, please recognize psychological problems in the young generation. And not just recognizing, find out ways, how can we prevent, and if it is here, how do we treat in time.